pages 3 and 4. The tiny brown skin girl looked like a fresh blossom in her dress and puffed out like a petal with a clean white sweater over it. Her hair was slicked into a ponytail with a small white bow on the side. She wore little black church shoes that tapped on the stairs every time she took a step. Click, click, click. Her hands clutched her purse like she was afraid that a monster was going to jump out and snatch her. Her eyes were wide open, looking side to side with her mouth shut tight as if she could almost taste her own blood. She appeared nervous, like she had never seen anything like this in her short life. She walked at a slow pace, like she was afraid to reach her destination. A large crowd of furious white people had gathered and were screaming hateful words about how she and other black girls did not belong there. The mob tried to fight their way through the strong white police uniform. The mob tried to fight their way through the strong men in police uniforms who were there protecting the girls. This is how most people remember my grandmother, Leona Tate. Years later, she would tell me, it looked like a Mardi Gras party. Years later, she would tell me, it looked like a Mardi Gras morning. I didn't even pick up on everyone in the mob being white. It didn't ring a bell at all. Leona was one of the 3 black girls to first integrate McDonald 19 in 1960. She was 6 years old. She was 6 years old. Because of Leona Tate, now it is possible for everyone to attend the same school, no matter what race you are. During segregation, black children and white children were not allowed to attend the same public school. After the Brown versus Board case, schools were supposed to desegregate both schools, and the South refused. My grandmother's act of defiance changed my world by allowing me to feel safe in school and making me able to receive the education I deserve. While many people only knew my grandmother as frightened but determined 6-year-old who challenged segregation, to me, she is much more. When I was young, the same age as my grandmother, the same age as my grandmother was when she was bravely integrated, McDonald 19, my 3 sisters, and one of my brothers, one brother and I were taken away from my mother and father and placed into foster care. Luckily, we were allowed to stay strong, but we felt trapped. Grandma would come visit us because she knew what it was like to feel scared. She didn't bring up my parents, but would help us feel normal and secure. Eventually, we were returned to our parents, but we continued to have visits from my grandmother. 59 years ago, Leona Tate was thrown by an angry mob. She mistook for a Mardi Gras parade. 14 years ago, she was adored by a real Mardi Gras crowd as she rode through the streets of New Orleans as a waitress of Zulu. She looked as if she was fettered, a feathered peacock dress in a red, black, yellow, and orange dress. She looked proud and regal. A queen then, a queen now, leading her people since the age of 6, now a grown woman, powerful and afraid. She rode on top of this large float as if she was high on the mountains. She wore this huge crown that was around as the earth with large feathers hanging on it, like it was the last peacock standing. Her smile brightened up the day like the morning sun. As I looked up at her reflection, I knew that I was going to become a strong black woman because I always had a queen to show me what it means to be powerful.